Hey guys, Alex here. In this video, I will walk you guys through how Inklaunch solves any issue a print shop has. In the last video, I walked you guys through how we scale print shops so fast. And what we do is essentially we find out what is wrong with the company, then we look at how to fix it, and we show you who do you need to hire so they can scale your business to the next level. In this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to solve any issue that comes into your business. So by using this Inklaunch playbook right here, we are able to figure out what is wrong with the company. So again, if you didn't watch the first video, the first thing we look at is, do you have a unique mechanism and compelling offer to market? If not, it makes everything so much easier once you have that. Next, we look at how many new leads are coming into your business every day. If you don't have 100, 200 plus coming in every single day who are asking for custom apparel, then what we're gonna do is we're gonna start there and generate more leads. After that, we look at all the leads. Are the leads requesting quotes? If they aren't, then we install our lead nurturing. If not, then we install our lead nurturing system in place so that we can convert more leads into quotes. After that, what we look at is out of all the quote requests being sent out, are at least 35% becoming paying customers. If not, we solve that using our sales systems. And then if that is doing well, then we go into the other steps within the company. As you continue to grow, different things will pop up and then we just troubleshoot those. In this video, I'm gonna show you guys how to troubleshoot those things. So just like what I just mentioned, first we figure out what is wrong with the company. Next, we figure out how can we solve it. And to solve it, we follow essentially a very, very simple framework. First, we start with getting traffic. Second, we install nurturing processes. Third, we have to build out a sales event, an event where we collect their money. And lastly, we figure out how to give them a world-class fulfillment process so that they can come back again and again and refer friends. So we start with generating leads. The main KPI we look at is how many new leads are you generating every single day. To generate leads, all that means to us is that you're generating traffic and more people are finding out about your company every single day. And to do that, we have lead generation systems. And there's really only three things that you can do. You can post more content, you can run paid ads, or you can start doing outreach where we reach out to more people or even reach out to affiliate partners such as a construction supply company and they can offer custom apparel to all their construction companies that come to them. Or you can go after offset printers, so people who print paper, and offer some contract incentive to them that any person they send towards them to get custom apparel, they get a kickback. When we run paid ads, it's probably the fastest way to generate leads. And then within these systems here, we look at certain metrics just like how we diagnose the big picture of your company right here. So for example, in another video on this channel, we talk about when you run ads, the first thing we look at is if you're not getting leads, are people even clicking or engaging with your ad? If not, then we start there. So we troubleshoot things so that it works. Just like how you manufacture a production line to make sure that the screen printing press is working. If you're printing a shirt and the colors aren't aligned, you're probably gonna fix the registration and then check the screen tension to make sure that it's tight enough. It's the same process with marketing. Next, we look at how many new quotes are you getting every single day. If you're getting leads, but nobody's requesting quotes, that means we have to just refine the nurturing process. And if you don't have one in place, all we have to do is build one. And there's three pillars that we look at when we're building out the lead nurturing systems. And what we want to do is be able to follow up with prospects without being annoying. And to do that, we have three things in place. One is called speed to lead. So we need a way to figure out that you got a new lead. You need to get notified. Second, you as the business owner need to find out how fast is your team reaching out to these new leads. But if there's no system in place and then we bring in a sales rep, there's no way for you to hold that sales rep accountable. So the first thing we want to establish is what we identify as speed to lead. How fast or how long does it take for your team to reach out to a new prospect? If I go to your shop today and I request a quote, if I don't hear back, I'm probably gonna go to another shop and whoever gets back to me first will probably win the bid. So the first thing that we look at in lead nurture is speed to lead. Second is personalization. Nobody likes getting robotic text messages. So we have to personalize the messages as they come out. So in every follow-up message that we send, we personalize it and lead it with a value. So for example, one of the easiest things that you could do is when someone requests custom apparel, all we do is you take the logo and we mock it up on a shirt. Once we mock it up on a t-shirt, we send it over to them. If they don't answer, we ask them, are there any adjustments you want me to make to this design? If they still don't answer, I take that logo and I put it on a water bottle and I say, hey, I saw this water bottle, I thought you'd like it. Send it over to them. If they still don't answer, I put it on a jacket and be like, yo, I saw this jacket, it's on sale, I thought you'd like it. Send it over to them. And if they still don't answer, I put it on a backpack. And we keep doing that until they answer, because the last step that we look at is volume. How many times do you actually reach out to them? Most people are afraid to reach out to their prospects more than 2, 3, 4 times. But the truth is, people want to get custom apparel, but they're too busy to remember. Think about it. If they're running track practice, if they have a full-time job, if they're teaching students, if they're a teacher as well, if they have other responsibility and they have their own personal kids, the last thing on their mind is thinking about these custom shirts that they wanted to order. They want someone to take care of the entire order and act as the advisor on the job. So that's the next step that we're gonna walk into. Once we identify that the lead nurturing systems are in place, then the KPI that we look at is how many new quotes or new quote requests are you getting every single day. Once you are getting a steady amount of quote requests, we wanna see how many of those quotes are becoming paying customers. And the KPI for us is usually around 35%. So out of 35% of all the quotes you send out, 35% of them should become paying customers. So say you send out 100 quote requests, or you receive 100 quote requests, you send out 100 quote requests, you should close at least 35% of them. If not, we have to figure out why. What is wrong with the sales team? So the goal here is to turn them from an engaged lead who requested a quote into a paying customer. This is where you collect their money. And we define that as the sales event. That could be either through a call, it could be on your website, it could be you sending them an invoice. Whatever it is, we need a way to process their money, and we have to choreograph that so that we can turn it into a science. That means if you get killed tomorrow, we can take a stranger off the street and throw them into your business, and they can follow the same process to turn a engaged lead into a paying customer. And that's why we're so strict on creating a sales event. This, in other words, is a system for sales. And the main goal for us is to remove yourself from the sales system because you are the owner of your business. So the sales system that we install works in a way that makes it very friendly. So first, what you want to do is lead with value, create those mock-ups. But if they're coming to you and they don't know what kind of custom apparel to get, or they're trying to get a quote, before you spit out a price and you say, hey, this is how much a shirt's gonna cost, do you want it or not? What we want to do is diagnose like a doctor. We want to figure out what are their goals and what are these shirts gonna be used for? Because if someone wants to impress their clients and they want to get the highest quality shirts, you probably won't give them a Gildan 500. Instead, you might introduce different options like a Next Level or Bella Canvas, or maybe even a Nike shirt if it's going to be used at a tournament. So the first thing you have to do is diagnose like a doctor. And basically, if they tell you that they want really high quality and then they complain about price at the end, you can pull that up again and say, hey, I know price might be a concern, but if you look really good here, it might pay off in the future. And that's the second step, where you educate them on what the best products are. So they're coming to you for custom apparel, but they don't know anything about custom apparel. Imagine if you went to a construction company and asked them questions about, hey, what's the best way to build this bathroom? And they're like, I don't know. You tell me what you want. Do you want this bathroom or not? That's what print shops are doing every single day. What they want you to do is serve as the expert and guide them through the process. If my budget is $2,000, I have a camping event next Friday and these are the kids and this is what I'm trying to do. Now you can narrow down the options and tell me what the best route is. And all you have to do is once you educate them like a teacher, you guide them on the best options. You just want to make it feel like you're shopping with friends. Nobody likes getting sold to, so all you have to do is shop like a friend. It's like you and I went to the mall and we went shopping together. If we saw a purse that you and I both liked, it doesn't seem like I'm selling you a purse. Instead, it seems like we're shopping together as friends. And that's all you have to do to close the deal. Next, what we want to look at is out of all the clients who paid you once, what is the percentage that buy again and again, and at what intervals? So how can we increase the frequency of how many times they buy, or how can we just increase the number of times they buy? So what we look at is we segment your list. Most print shops that we segment, we see that 93% of the customers only buy one time. And what we want to do is troubleshoot that. And chances are there's no system in place to get them to order again. Again, construction companies probably want to order more t-shirts, but you make it so hard that it's hard for them to reorder. So for them to reorder, they have to go find their old designs, find X, Y, and Z. And sometimes they just wish that they got a text message in their phone saying, hey John, we got the summer special for contractors coming up because I know your busy season's coming around and you're gonna get you have a ton of jobs going on. Let me help you out here. These are the shirts I'd recommend. And I also created a new design so that way your clients, your team members can wear something new instead of wearing the same shirt over and over again. Would you want this? That's all you have to do to increase retention systems. Inside our retention systems, we introduce essentially 3 different things. The first thing that we want to do is we want to install like the Domino's pizza tracker, but for their order. So if you go to any franchise, any big company in the world now, they show you exactly where your order is. So imagine if you're ordering shirts from SNS Activewear and you don't know when the shirts are gonna arrive. You're probably gonna check the tracking label. And chances are you might even do that right now. Don't you think your clients will do the same thing? So all you have to do is create your own tracker within your system so that you can notify them every step of the way. So imagine if someone bought shirts today, they don't hear from the company until 2-3 weeks later, compared to another company where they say, hey John, your shirt just arrived. You send a picture of the boxes. Hey John, your screens just got burned. You send a picture of the screen. Hey John, I'm loading up your screens on press right now. This is what it looks like. Look at your job. And we show them a video of this press moving and printing their shirts. They can post that on social media, tag them, tag you. It'll be extra content for yourselves. And the customer gets to see their shirts getting printed. That's super, super cool. So that's the Domino's tracker. It's very simple to do. We just add email automations combined with your tracking sequence and your production tracker. Next is what we want to do is we want to increase your turnaround times, increase the speed of your turnaround times. So we want to decrease your time to value as fast as possible. If people order shirts today and they get their shirts tomorrow, chances are they're probably gonna pay you more money. So what we want to do is optimize our production times so that you can reduce that turnaround time and get shirts in hand as fast as possible. And lastly, what we want to do is deliver Disney-like customer experience. We want to introduce wow moments, times where you can stand out and really introduce something special. So for example, we used to do a lot of schools, right? We did a lot of online store fundraisers for high schools, for sports teams. I knew that near the end of the season that this is their last time ever playing the sport at a competitive level. Next time they play, if they don't play in college, chances are they probably can't play football ever again. And all we do is we send out gifts saying congratulations on the season. We follow their games throughout their season. We introduce wow moments. So when we see that this one player did really well and he's on the newspaper, we reach out to the coach and we say, Coach, player 55 did an awesome job in this game. Like, that was awesome to see, and I love watching you guys play. Chances are, if you increase your prices, that coach will still go back to you to get custom apparel because they know that you care about the sports team. And that's what we talk about when we introduce wow moments to wow your customers. And that's just one of the things that you can introduce. So using this system right here, this is the Inklaunch system that we install into other companies. And the only reason we can do that is because we know how to do it ourselves. So for people wondering how we do it, this is how we do it. But every single thing takes time, money, and energy to install. So what we want to look at is what is the biggest thing that we can solve. And to do that, we follow this system up here. We figure out what is the biggest bottleneck within the business, and we solve it using the Inklaunch system. And this is the system right here. In the next video, I'm gonna show you guys how to outsource and hire properly so you can buy back your time as the founder, and then you can start growing your business and working on the business instead of being stuck within the business.